What's up, guys? Today's lesson is on this ping pong ball, the Pacific spiny lumpsucker. This guy is one of the smallest of 27 species of lumpsuckers in the Cyclopteridae family, making them closely related to snailfish and sculpins. I'll get to talking about their size in a minute though. I've got a bit more of their taxonomy to talk about. The Pacific spiny lumpsucker's scientific name is Umicrotremus orbis. Their species name is pretty fitting. They're very orb-like. But I want to get back to their family Cyclopteridae. This name is derived from the Greek words kyklos, meaning circle, and pteryx, meaning wing or fin. Really driving that spherical idea into you, aren't they? Got anything else talking about how round they are? Now, to make things easier for me, I'll be calling them Pacific lumpsuckers from now on. You can remember their full name by yourself. I know I could make this video longer by calling them Pacific spiny lumpsuckers every single time, but I value your time. So in return, I think it's only fair that you watch every video I've ever made. Now that's a good deal if I've ever seen one. This lumpsucker is a lot smaller than it might look on your screen. It's a super small fish that can range from 1 to 5 inches long, with 5 inches being the largest ever found. They normally average around just an inch though, making it just like a ping pong ball, except if it was like alive in a fish, with big protruding eyes, and also wide mouths, with big flat lips. Look how similar they are. They come in multiple colors, including red, brown, orange, purple, green, and yellowish, and can also have silvery patches on their backs. This range of colors lets them effectively camouflage into a good variety of environments. The Pacific lumpsucker's body doesn't have scales though. Instead, it has plate-like structures with spiny lumps carving its body called tubercles, which also help it camouflage. If you want to be able to tell the difference between males and females, the females have more tubercles than males do. You might have to see a bunch of them first though before you know what more tubercles looks like. In addition, females tend to be pale green to brown while males tend to be orange to reddish brown, meaning they exhibit sexual dimorphism since the males and females have different physical characteristics. But what's very interesting is their biofluorescence. Both the males and female suckers glow green-yellow under ultraviolet light, but males specifically glow red over their entire bodies, making them glow both red and green, kind of like a Christmas light. That'd be a pretty cool ornament. It's scientifically accurate too, which makes it even better. Speaking of their suckers, the Pacific lumpsucker gets the sucker part of its name from a specialized disc on its stomach, which is a modified version of what used to be its pelvic fins. This sucker is surprisingly pretty strong, allowing the lumpsucker to anchor itself to things like rocks, kelp, and eelgrass to avoid being swept away by the ocean current. You can probably guess what the lump part of its name comes from. It looks like a lump, and has lumps. Along with being lump-shaped, because Pacific lumpsuckers also don't have a swim bladder like most other fish, they're not the most efficient swimmers. Their tiny caudal, dorsal, and pectoral fins don't help with that either. So when they're disturbed by anything in their environment, they kinda just aimlessly change directions. It's pretty pathetic, but also weirdly cute. I can't really explain why. Pacific lumpsuckers are mostly found in the North Pacific Ocean along the coast of Washington to Alaska's Aleutian Islands, and further west in the Bering and Chukchi Sea, as well as around northern Japan. They're rarely found in open waters due to their bad swimming skills, so they prefer to be in places with substrate they can attach themselves to, which happens to often be along coastal areas. Looking further into their habitats, Pacific lumpsuckers can be seen in eelgrass beds, especially at night, rocky areas with kelp, and other areas with algae growth. They could also be found in shallow bays and around docks. But even though we know, and they too probably know, that they're bad swimmers, Pacific lumpsuckers have been seen as deep as 480 feet down in the ocean. What these mentioned areas have in common is that they all have things for them to anchor themselves to. The rocks and seaweeds there also act as good hiding places for them to blend in with too. Being poor swimmers, Pacific lumpsuckers can't really chase after their prey. Unless their prey is super slow, I highly doubt Pacific lumpsuckers can ever catch them. Instead, they'll remain stuck to whatever thing they're on towards the seafloor and rely on their camouflage, waiting for prey to pass by and get close. As far as what they eat, while Pacific lumpsuckers enjoy feasting on invertebrates like polychaete worms, crustaceans, and mollusks, I have read that they can eat jellyfish and small fish too, but I can't validate this info, so just trust the first 3 I mentioned and be a bit more skeptical about the other 2. Now when it comes to their reproduction, female Pacific lumpsuckers spawn in shallow, warmer waters between July and October. They'll lay their large orange eggs in rock crevices, where the males will come and fertilize. They'll guard their nest from predators like crabs, starfishes, and small fishes by sticking themselves to the rocky surface surrounding the eggs, and this guard duty will go on until the eggs hatch. But what do the females do while the males protect the eggs, you might ask? Oh, the females are long gone at this point. They're back out doing their own thing all by themselves again. But as the eggs rest, the nest male will supply the eggs with oxygen by using his fins to wave water over them. Once the eggs hatch, Pacific lumpsuckers are born as already well-developed juveniles, and within just a few days, the newborn Pacific lumpsuckers are ready to eat the same prey the adults eat, that being polychaete worms, crustaceans, and mollusks you forgot already. The Pacific spiny lumpsucker is classified as a least concerned species according to the IUCN Red List, but because they especially rely on eelgrass for habitat and breed in shallow waters, climate change can negatively affect them due to increased water temperatures and raised sea level. These changes are actually already being seen in the Bering Sea, so that's not good. Other than that though, there aren't many other serious threats to Pacific lumpsuckers, so that's good. Now for a fun little fact to end the video, scuba divers are very fond of Pacific lumpsuckers. Not only do they look and move funny, but oftentimes they'll even eat out of a diver's hand. If you, the viewer, happen to have been one of those lucky scuba divers, you should let me know how it was. But anyway, that's about it for today's lesson. Subscribe for more fish facts, and I'll see you next time.